The distance from Upbridge to Middlebridge is 2 miles. From Middlebridge to Downbridge, it's 3 miles. How far is it from Upbridge to Downbridge if you go via Middlebridge? Do you find the same? That often maths questions are so convoluted with their language that it's very difficult to understand what they're saying. The one I've just read out to you is so simple. It's 2 plus 3 is 5. But the amount of language really makes it difficult for all children, but particularly children learning EAL. So really we need to think about that language. The other problem with math sheets is they have one question that sounds like that Upbridge, Downbridge thing, and then the next question will be completely different. It might be something like, if I have £2 and my friend has £3, what's the total amount of money we have between us? Completely different sort of language, a completely new set of vocabulary to learn, but the same 2 plus 3 maths. So we've got problems and we need to do something about it. So I just want to have a quick look at some things you can do to make your worksheets more EAL friendly and, of course, then more friendly for all pupils. Well, first, we need our visuals to help understanding. And as you can see, I'm going to be doing some work about maps. And so the first thing we do obviously is look at this map of the British Isles and put our town on it and talk about it a little bit. But then I'm actually going to focus on the M4, which goes from London to Swansea. So here we have a little map going from Swansea to London or vice versa. And can you see what I've done with the questions? Every single one has the same structure. How far is it from somewhere to somewhere? Now that repetition is what's missing from most maths textbooks. And we need to get that sort of repetition going. So just worksheets like that are really helpful. However, there's a better way of doing it than that. And here it is. This is called a substitution table. And in the space where I had 6 questions, we've now got 25. So we can ask, and the other thing is, you can use these substitution tables to generate a whole load of oral work. So first I ask you a question. So how far is it from Cardiff to Swansea? And you have to look on the map. It's, I can't even see it. Oh, it's right, 40 miles. And then you ask me a question. How far is it from Swindon to Bristol? So we've got lots and lots of questions inside that substitution table. And that's just brilliant. So we can get the oral work before we do any writing. And then I get the children to write 10 questions and answers. When I was still delivering in service training days, at this point in the day, I'd ask the participants to write some substitution tables. Because sometimes you need practice doing it, so find out how easy it is. So have a look at the sort of thing I did and the results. I used to ask the people at my training to make a substitution table based on this sentence: Asif has broken his leg. And after a couple of minutes I'd talk about it. And this is a sort of thing that usually came up. First they added some extra names. You don't add anything in the has column. Now one of the wonderful things about these substitution tables is it makes English sentence patterns quite clear. Of course, there are other things he could have done other than break his leg. He might have hurt it, cut it, burnt it and so on, and it could have been other parts of his body. So there we are, a simple substitution table. But of course, some people put girls' names in the first column. As soon as you do that, you have to add the word her. As soon as you're forced to make a change in a substitution table, you know you've got an important teaching point. And what happens if you put I or they in it? Immediately you have to put have as well as has, of course as well as putting my. So that again a very, very important teaching point, quite a difficult one. So these substitution tables are not only wonderful for oral work, they show clearly the structure of an English sentence and they show you what you need to be teaching. I cannot recommend them highly enough. Oh, and of course one little thing, they're quite easy to make, but they take a lot of time for children to use, which is always the right balance, but it also helps them to learn faster. They're winning all round. use substitution tables.